Alright, so here's the first video tutorial of Chapter 3. And what this whole chapter is talking about is doing additions and subtractions. So here it shows how you can do an addition, or it's called a join, a subtraction, which is called a cut, an intersection as well. Here we're going to be creating the locator design, which is found right here. It's the image of it. And it's going to go through this long process. This is how you can union two objects together, and we're going to cut through them. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to Inventor, and we're going to hit New. And this is going to be the first tutorial that I'm going to show you that we're going to actually use metric. In order to do metric, we're just going to hit the metric template. And I believe it's just a standard MMIPT, so find that and hit create. So now, like always, we're going to hit start 2D sketch, select your XY plane. And from here, we're going to go and let's look at what it's asking us to do. So we select the metric, standard mm.ipt, that's what we selected. Start 2D sketch. Now it wants us to go through all this spacing, XY snap. I think this is pointless and useless. So all we're going to do is we're going to start, and I'm still going because this is all useless information. We already know how to modify the dimensions of a sketch, blah, 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 blah. Here we go. So here's the dimensions that we need. It's 50 by 75. So let's take a rectangle. The length's going to be 75. The height's going to be 50. So I'm going to go 75, tab 50, hit enter. And what you're going to notice is it is in metric. So make sure if you're not in metric, you go back through and change it to metric. And there you go. So there we got the first box. We're going to hit finish sketch, and now let's extrude this sketch. So we're going to hit extrude, nothing new here, that's why I'm kind of going quickly. The extrusion is, let's take a look. This is cool, it's called the measuring tool, which is really neat. You can try to figure out the area, the loop, different measurements as well. It's kind of neat to point out. To save us time, I'm going to skip all that nonsense. You can also calculate stuff with such as area and perimeters. And this is going through the regional properties, which will give you all these information such as inertia, areas and perimeters. But anyways, to save some time, we're just going to go right to the extrusion. And this is going to be 15. So I'm going to extrude it to 15. Enter. There's the first part of the drawing. So now we're going to create another 2D sketch, and we're going to go from the bottom. So to do that, I'm going to hit home over on the view cube. Once I hit home, it's going to put me in the position I need to be. And then I'm just going to select this bottom corner. And here's the bottom, so I'm going to hit start 2D sketch, and I'm going to select the bottom of it. Going back through this drawing, or through the packet, it's going to have us create a circle. And we got to select it in the midpoint, okay? Now, in 2013, you actually had to find the midpoint snaps. But in 2015, the great thing is it will actually give you the midpoint by finding, again, when I scroll through this, all of a sudden, bam, gives me a nice green circle. Figure out the measurement. So that, again, is your midpoint. This is a green circle. So I'm kind of cheating over here, but it's still going to work for us. And we need to snap to the end. So we go back through here, and we're just going to click it to where it turns green again. That's going to indicate the end. Click it, hit finish sketch, I'm going to hit home again on the view cube. Now we need to do an extrusion. Finish sketch. Go back to home. Extrusion. This is going to be, we're going to enter 40 millimeters because that's the height. So we're going to extrude. Click. 40. Now it's going down. We obviously want it to go up. And once I click 40, I'm going to hit the join selection right here. I'm going to hit OK. And that's going to give us the overall shape that we need. I'm going to zoom extends out. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a cut with a circle. And let's figure out the point of the diameter of the circle. This is going to be 30 millimeters. So I'm going to start a 2D sketch. I'm going to select the top of the circle. Select the circle. I'm going to click and I'm going to type in 30. Enter. I'm going to finish sketch. Once I hit finish sketch, I'm going to do extrusion. Select the middle. I'm going to change the direction. And instead of distance, we're going to go to all. And we're going to hit cut. I'm going to hit OK. And that's going to give us a hole through the whole object. So now we have that. Now we got to add another circle. And what we need to do is we're going to add a point. And this point needs to be 30 by 25 to go around. So we're going to go and we're going to create a 2D sketch. We're going to select this face. We're going to create a circle. We're going to dimension this circle later. What we need to do is to get the dimensions. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to click there. This needs to be 30. Enter. The distance from here to here needs to be 25. And the hole is 20 millimeters, so the diameter is 20 millimeters. So I'm going to click here, click, and then hit 20. Hit check. Go to home. Finish sketch. Extrude. Select this. Go the opposite direction. Now, because I'm cutting it, this is longer than what I need, which is fine, because I'm cutting through the whole object. I'm just going to hit OK. For the next part, we're going to add a rectangle, and we're going to extrude this rectangle to the hole. The rectangle is going to be a distance of 20, and it's going to be a distance over from 15. So we're going to create a rectangle. And we're going to make sure we're on this line, and I just want to extend it to the 15 millimeters height, and I want to hit tab over, and I'm going to hit 20 for the length. Enter. Now you got to give this a dimension as well. Click here to here, and this is just like shown before. It's going to be 15. Enter. Hit finish sketch. Now we're going to extrude this part to the back, and we're going to change this distance to next, and then we're going to hit OK. And that pretty much is going to get you that section right there. And that is the end of the locator. So make sure you save this to Locator to go on to the next videos. Now, next videos, a couple of these videos for the next couple aren't that bad. You guys might be able to do like this one. You guys might be able to do on your own. This one's a little confusing. This one's pretty confusing. you might need my help on that one. And the transfer fork is pretty difficult too. You can always give yourself and see if you can create these on your own, but I think for the most part you're going to need my help on all 4 of these. However, make sure you save this as the locator.